Hi, peace and blessings to everyone. Uh, Purple Scarlet Topaz here, or you can call me Lourdes, or you can call me Solionaire Lourdes. But anyway, uh, I just wanted to say a little something about the Jussie Smollett thing. Okay, everyone is, a lot of people are torn over this situation. Uh, he was charged with 16 counts of something, and they dropped everything. And a lot of people might still think he's lying. He says he's telling the truth, and I believe him based on what I know. Now, if there's other stuff that I don't know, who knows? If I know it, I might change my mind. I don't know. Okay, but I'm going to tell you about some of the things that sort of lead me to believe him. Okay, now we know. Okay, he was beat up, right? These two people beat him up. They say that he staged the whole thing, that he concocted the whole thing and had himself beat up because he uh, he wanted more attention, and because he was unhappy with the pay that he was getting, that he wasn't getting enough. Okay, and then that encrypted message thing that he got, that didn't get enough attention or whatever. Okay, so when we look at those factors, okay, now, and also uh, let's think about the footage. Okay, I think about two things: the footage and the phone calls. Okay, in the footage of the brothers buying the ski masks, okay, now there's only two brothers, but on that counter, that when they were buying those ski masks, there was like 50 ski masks up there. 50. Okay, 20. I mean, it didn't add up to two. Okay, there's only two brothers. Why do you need 50 ski masks? Okay, so that was kind of sketchy. Okay, and then let's say with the phone calls. Okay, now they said that Jussie made a phone call uh, to the brothers an hour before, and then something like an hour later, he made after the incident, he called them again. And there was some message about he wanted them to do something for him on the DL or whatever. Now, what I imagine is that maybe Jussie was, he was going somewhere, whatever, and he didn't want to uh, be out in Chicago all by his lonesome. Okay, so he gets the two brothers, they're bodybuilders or whatever, they're his trainers. So he needed someone to just have his back for wherever he was going, whatever he was doing. So let's say wherever he was leaving from, it would take him about an hour or so to get there. So he calls him and says, hey, I'm leaving, I'm on my way. And okay, they're supposed to meet him. And instead, he gets beat up, but he doesn't know it's them. So then after that, after the incident, he calls them an hour later and say, hey, where were you guys? Okay, that can make sense. Okay, and I just see that maybe he was set up. Okay, because with a storyline, if he was unhappy about his pay and he wasn't getting enough attention, all he had to do was take this concocted story and to the producers or to the writers of Empire and say, hey, I've got this great storyline. And they would have been like, wow, you need a raise. You need to sit at the writer's table with us on this show. Okay? So, the fact is, Jussie was getting a lot of attention. How much more attention could he have gotten? He has a singing career. He's doing well on Empire. come on. If anything, it might have been the brothers that said, yeah, we should have gotten more money. But I don't think it was the brothers. I do think that they did do what they did for someone, but it wasn't for Jussie Smollett. It was not for him, okay? I would think, now maybe there's some truth in the story. Someone was unhappy with not getting enough attention. Someone was unhappy with not getting enough money, but it wasn't Jussie. I imagine that for someone to come up with this whole scene, okay, because this is like a scene that we really would have expected to see on Empire, to see on the show. So that leads me to believe that the person they should be looking at is a writer. It's a writer, okay? That's the person they need to be looking for, a writer who feels like they're not getting enough attention for all this great, wonderful writing that they're doing for the show, and that they're not getting paid enough for what they're doing. And so Jussie, he's an easy target. Okay, he's probably a very kind gentleman. He's happy. See, Jussie's happy. He's happy with the attention. He's happy in his career. Okay, and so he's not paying anything else any mind. Maybe someone doesn't like him, so they get the brothers. Hey, look, I want you to do this for me, whatever. Okay, so I think that we need to be looking at that and looking at the facts that, okay, these brothers, they're buying ski masks, but they're buying 50 of them instead of just 2. Okay, all that just doesn't make sense. Okay, and then they run to out of the country, okay, to, I guess for the heat to lay off. I guess a writer could come up with that too. Okay, so I just want us to take a good look at, all the facts, or that, okay, I admit I don't know all the facts, but just based on what I do know, I don't see that Jussie Smollett would do that. Okay, he had no reason to. Okay, but it's a good thing it happened, because let him know who his friends are. Okay, and the truth is, if he did do that, a lot of people say, oh, his career is over. No, his career is not over if he did it, because if he came up with all of that, then shoosh, he could have a show called Jussie's Empire, something like that. Okay, if he went to jail, okay, guess what? If he did it, then he would be sitting in jail or sitting on house arrest or whatever, coming up with a whole new show by the time he was finished doing his time. Did he make it bad for the LGBTQ community? No, because this shows that you can take action, that action can be taken, and when they make these complaints, that something can be done quickly. Okay, but we want stuff to be done right. Sometimes it's not always the obvious, sometimes, and of course then sometimes it is. But tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. I want to know, what do you think? I always say I can be wrong. Okay, I'm just saying this is another angle. This is another way that we can look at this situation. All right? Take care.